Now, the Party-Joint leadership supports initiative has again called on the federal government to speed up the process of enacting modern audit law to limit waste and inefficiency in management and utilization of public funds in the country. The executive director, Olusegun Elemo, made this demand at the 5th anniversary celebration of the organization on Friday in Abuja. Benedict Ogu has more on the story.
The federal government lost 557 billion naira in 5 years, covering 2013 to 2017, according to the research report presented by the organization titled Achieving Accountability and Development in Nigeria. At the 5th anniversary celebration of the organization on Friday in Abuja, while unveiling the report, the executive director, PLSI, Olusegun Elemo, called on the federal government to enact modern audit law to limit waste and inefficiency in management and utilization of public funds in the country.
I think that our report that was presented today is the Achieving Accountability and Development report. What we looked at in that report is to assess the level of waste and inefficiency in the utilization of public funds, particularly as it relates to federal ministries, departments, and agencies. We needed to bridge some of this accountability gap in the system. We made a number of recommendations to government, one of which is that the government should implement certain policy reforms, including, strengthening the board, control of parastatals. But more importantly, amongst those recommendations is the one that has to do with, ensuring that there is a modern audit law at the center. We do not have a modern audit law as a country at the center. But then, many of the subnational governments have recently, in 2021, put this law in place, and we are using this opportunity to call on the federal government to then enact this law at the center as well, so that we can be on the path of accountability, and then we can hope for development.
Also speaking at the 5th anniversary, the Director of General Debt Management Office, Patient Oniha, admonished the organization to continue to ensure that accountability necessary for good governance and development of Nigeria becomes a norm.
The government's revenue has been affected by various factors outside of its own control. So if crude oil prices fall, that's international. When COVID came, it was international as well. Okay, so, and we then went into recession. Again, we just came out of recession. So when revenues are low, government then needs to intervene. It means its resources are low to meet its obligation. The borrowing is necessary to keep the government borrowing, but also to stimulate economic development. If you don't have infrastructure, will you attract investors, manufacturers? Okay. Because when those come, they create more employment, they generate revenues and make taxes available to government. So it's a process. I think we're investing for now, for the future. Borrowing is not borrowing for consumption. It is for those projects. They are long-term. So if you borrow to build a road, does the road disappear in 5 years? No, it's there for the long term. Okay? And don't forget, Nigeria is not the only country borrowing.
The report examined the compliance of federal ministries, departments, and agencies of government in Nigeria with Public Procurement Act, financial regulations, and other relevant laws over 5 years, and ascertained the level of waste and inefficiency in the utilization of public funds and the consequent impact on Nigerians' development.